So how do you look up owner information? Earlier this month, I made a video about trying to get a hold of the owner. And one comment I received from Hein I, maybe I'm pronouncing your name incorrectly, I apologize. You wanted to know, how do you go about doing that? So I figured, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and give you guys the information that I am aware of. I'm Tim Diesel. I'm a commercial real estate consultant. I'm here to help you get deals done expeditiously. So the first thing I do is whenever there's a property I'm interested in, or my team or my group or my clients, anyone wants, first thing we try to do is get the owner information. Now, most of the time, anywhere in the US, property is held by LLCs or corporations of some sort. But most of the time it's LLCs, right? They're not held in single owner. It's not like John Smith. It's usually Eagle Eye Real Estate LLC or something like that. Now here's the interesting thing, is most of these LLCs, they're owned by one person. They're single member LLCs, which is not the best way to own property, but I'm not here to tell you how to do that. Most of the LLCs are not held properly. So looking up LLCs is a little bit strategic. So what you want to do, the first thing you want to do is go on your county website. So whatever county you live in, if you live in LA County, New York, wherever you are, go to the county website. You want to go to the property appraiser's website, all right? When you're on there, you can look up property generally by address, owner information, or parcel ID number. Most of the time, people don't have the parcel ID number, right? But they have the address or the owner of the property. If you have the address and you're pretty close, let's say you're 123 Main Street and the property's on 125, there'll be an interactive map or some other way you can try to figure out and pinpoint where the other location is. So the first thing you want to do is look that up, all right? You want to see who the owner is on record with the county appraiser's office. Now, if it is an LLC or a corporation of a trust or something of that nature, what you can do is in your state, there's a way to look up company entities and whatever it is, how you do it, right? So in every state, there's a way to look up corporation information. And this is relatively simple. So you're gonna have to do a Google search because I don't know what state you're in. But depending on how you look that up, you're gonna see the list of owners. Now, you're gonna see a couple things. You're gonna see the person who's in charge of receiving the mail, right? You're gonna see the registered agent. That's not exactly what you want. That person could be the CPA, could be the attorney. They could be useful, but the person you want is you want to see who owns the company, right? Now, seldom times you will see where the company is owned by another company, like a parent company or something like that. So you have to do more digging. But this is not super hard to find. Once you find out who the owner of the company is, maybe it's inactive. You can do your due diligence. There's a couple ways to look these people up, all right? I'm gonna give you some tips that I use. So the easiest way to do it, obviously, send them a letter. Now, when you send them a letter, do not send them a white envelope letter because you're gonna look like a bill collector and no one's gonna read that. When I send them a letter, I overnight a red envelope, yellow, something that'll get their attention. Not so much a postcard because you want them to open the mail and you want them to contact you, right? The other way you could do it is if you can find them on LinkedIn or Facebook or something like that, you might get lucky. I've found people like that a couple of times. It's not always surefire though. And then once you track them down that way, that's the easiest way to communicate and make contact. Maybe they don't want to sell you the property, but that's the way to look up owner information. So it's very simple. Go to your county appraiser website, and then once you're there, figure out who the owner is. Take that company or the owner or whatever the case is. If there's a two-step process, step number one is go to the website where corporations are, Department of Corporations, wherever it is in your state, and look up the company. If it's another way, if it's just the owner's name, well then now you're lucky, you're going to do the process all over again. Now, earlier I was talking about a registered agent. Once in a while I will send mail to the registered agent because if somebody has a real company that is making a lot of money, a lot of traction, they don't want to be bombarded with a bunch of mail. So there are ways to track these owners down, and if you have to, take advantage of it and get in there and look at these people. and if it's very helpful. If there's anything else you guys need, just let me know. I'm glad to help you out.